Hello, everyone. I'm Melinda, NailFanatic, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada for Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. And today I'm going to be reading for our twin flames. These messages infinite. And so whenever you find them, there will be some relevance and importance for you. This channel is a high vibration law of attraction based message channel. So this is a channel about self-empowerment, spiritual and soul evolution, and solutions. So I'm going to be pulling some cards from my crystal reading deck, which is this one. Be pulling for both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and then I will be clarifying those cards with my holographic tarot. And I have a whole assortment of cards here available for whatever else I am spiritually inspired to provide today. So we're going to go ahead and start with some ringing of the bell and some breathing. I invite you to join me. And remember that you will always find more resonance on this channel when you're fully tuned in, tapped and turned on by subscribing, tapping the notification bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. So let's go ahead and begin to breathe deep and connect our energy with Love Source God. All right, so I have personally noticed that there are a lot of connections coming together right now, in which there's one partner who is more spiritually aware and awake, more in tune with their own empowerment and the energy they're bringing, and another partner who is reaching, calling for, and willing to grasp onto these energies. So I'll give some more shuffles to our crystal reading cards. I'm going to go ahead and pull first for the situation, and we'll see how the experience is physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and then we'll pull for each of the divine masculine and divine feminine and where they're at and what they're doing, and then we'll go ahead and clarify the cards. So thank you, Love Source God, for these divine tarot and channel messages regarding the twin flame journey at this time. Thank you for accuracy, truth, and clarity in regards to the messages that are given through this channel. As we embrace our highest, lightest, and brightest good for our overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness, knowing that as we embrace our own, we augment that energy on earth overall. And we're living in a time of great change and spiritual evolution. So please help us to prepare our hearts, minds, and spirits to receive these messages and be willing to embrace the opportunities available to us at this time. Okay. So I'm being told to go ahead and cut now. And I'll put them back together. As far as the twin flame journey itself, pulling 5 cards as it relates to the divine masculine, pulling 4 cards, and the divine feminine, pulling 4 cards. All right. The bottom of the deck is ancient wisdom. That's the foundation for where we're at in our twin flame journey, saying that there's been a connection to our soul self, an embracing of the ancient truths and ways. So there's a connection I'm hearing in this to energy, to nature, and to our own soul self. We know that these twin flame journeys are only possible in the physical as a result of one doing their own soul evolution work. So the center energy for the twin flame journey at this time is one of balance. Balance. The physical expression at this time is grounding, which is evident. I'm hearing it's evident. The grounding is evident of these unions coming into physical connection. The heart space energy is heart healing. Heart healing. So in these connections, the balance, the connection is about healing our hearts from these current life experiences, as well as the past life energies that we bring in. And a lot of the heart healing energy that is going on is also DNA based karmic situations that we carried from our womb. So if when your mother was pregnant with you, she went through issues of abandonment, poverty, self worth issues, or whatever it was, abuse in any way, those things are what is coming up for healing as well. Not just your own physical life that you remember, but some of the stuff that's coming up to heal is carried in your DNA from pregnancy, when your mother was pregnant with you. And the headspace energy that we have is conflict, letting us know that in this spiritual connection relationship right now, that there are a lot of our own ideas, conflicting ideas coming up for us to create balance within. And the spiritual energy for this relationship is meditation. For the divine masculine, in his physical world, abundance. And when I say his, I'm speaking to divine masculine energy. Some of your divine masculines come in female bodies, so don't allow gender to, don't allow the gender to confuse you. So the divine masculine right now physically is dealing with issues about their own abundance. They're in that place of confronting abundance. Heart space for the divine masculine is take action. How to act on their emotions and the actions they're taking emotional because of their emotions. The headspace energy for the divine masculine is learning. The spiritual energy for the divine masculine is the shadow. So just confirming a lot of the general readings that I've been doing on this channel, that like it's shadow work time, folks. So all the shadows coming up to be transmuted by clarifying our perspective. For the divine feminine, in the physical space, we have forgiveness. So the divine feminine is working on forgiveness in their physical reality. In the divine feminine heart space, we have self-love. So the divine feminine working on that self-love energy at this time. Divine feminine headspace, we have success. The divine feminine working on their own success, ideas of success, worthiness, deservedness and what success means to them. And in the spiritual space for the divine feminine, we have purification. So again, even with the purification card, it really is lending to the same energy that the divine masculine has of the shadow, because when you're purifying, what are you purifying? You're purifying your shadows. You're cleaning out the muck, right? So let's go ahead and get more into this reading and these cards. Okay. So, Lesser's God, let's go ahead and clarify the center of our reading with the Boji Stones of Balance. And why is this balance card here for the divine relationship of the twin flame union at this time? Lesser's God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why is balance here? Okay, here we go. Cards flopping everywhere. The first card we have is the Knight of Wands. Then we have the World. And then we have the Hangman. The bottom of the deck for the balance card is the Eight of Wands. So the message for the balance is that taking actions to embrace your world from a new perspective is what I'm hearing. Taking actions based on new perspective, and the new perspective comes from the successful completion of old cycles. So as both parties are embracing and doing the shadow work to whatever their capacity is, please keep and bear in mind, to whatever the capacity is of that individual. As both parties are doing this work and they're willing to move forward. And I feel like with the Knight of Wands, this is something that's happening quicker. It's like one thing after another. The shadow comes up, you embrace it, you move on from it, you close that cycle out, shifting perspective, okay? Causing new perspective for us. And so this is where the balance comes in. As we let go of the shadows that we've been holding on to from our childhood, from viewing other people's relationships, from what we've learned about relationships are supposed to be and how they're supposed to be and what is feminine and masculine energy is supposed to be. As we let go of these things, it is allowing us to attain more balance. So this is a balancing time within the divine partnerships. Okay. So you have also the energy of what your parents brought to the relationship that they had during your gestational time of incubating in your mother's womb. So if your parents had problems with finances that caused stress while you were in utero, then you are dealing with some of that now. If your father abandoned your mother and your mother felt abandoned and dealt with depression due to abandonment, some of you are releasing those shadows now. So I say this to bring up that some of the emotions that you're dealing with right now aren't necessarily your own. However, dealing with them and facing them and moving through those energies, like the Knight of Wands, he's moving forward, moving through those energies instead of holding on to them and owning them, is bringing successful completion to these situations and helping to see new perspective in regards to these situations for us. Okay. So in the physical world, we have grounding, which lets me know that these relationships are grounding. These relationships are coming into physical union. So let's see how this wants to be clarified. And I'm not going to take the cards up that we've already used to clarify, but the first one coming out is the Seven of Pentacles. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess. So the Seven of Pentacles over the grounding speaks to doing the work, being willing and actively tending to what is this relationship, tending to your own physical needs. And it also speaks of, this was something that you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for this relationship to ground. You've been waiting for this divine partnership to come in. Now with the Nine of Pentacles, there is a gain. So this becomes a physical gain. So what you were waiting for coming and receiving that. Then the High Priestess says, now there's more work to be done, more to learn. The bottom of the deck here is the Knight of Cups, and that just confirms that this is about receiving that love offer. It also says with the High Priestess that there's a lot to learn in this relationship, not only about the other person, but about yourself. And it's letting us know that, Lesler's God is going to be working with us to teach us so we can be embracing the relationship and the opportunities that are available for us. I do see with all of this pentacle energy here and the High Priestess together, for some of you with the divine partnership, the big thing that's going on in your physical is there's concern about the finances, financial status, financial gains. One person feeling either more successful or unable to provide as they would like to financially to contribute to the relationship. So there's that situation coming up for somebody in this twin flame relationship. I feel like the divine masculine is feeling like they are just getting their finances in order. They have abundance in their physical world, and this has a masculine image on it. The Nine of Pentacles has a feminine image on it. So it's showing to me, what they're saying to me is, the divine masculine big concern right now is financial flow. Their finances is on their mind a lot. The divine feminine is already making peace with their financial past and current reality, which is increasing their financial prosperity at this time. Because of this forgiveness energy in the physical realm is showing that there's divine feminine is in this sense of making peace with this past and current. And from a place of peace with what is, we allow more energy to flow. The High Priestess here says that there's a lot to learn, though, and that not only is it receiving financial increase, especially for those who are aware that you've already entered into this union, because there's such a strong love here that it causes, through the energy of love, the increase of the flow of energy, and money is energy. So for some, this is an increase of that. But I also see here, like, the divine feminine is looking to the High Priestess, and she's telling me, I know that what we need will be provided and that will be shown. And so she's relying on her intuitive calling that's saying, I need to receive this love, and I'm not worried about finances, and I'm not going to pay attention. I see the divine feminine literally like not paying attention to the divine masculine, worrying about finances all the time. Okay, for those who are connected. For those who are not in a physical connection with your twin flame yet, then this is something, and I'm hearing that this is something that's having an effect, because some of your twin flames, in order to make the move, they need to move. There's more that they will receive. So I feel like divine feminine, you got your stability and your physical world is looking good. Your divine masculine, part of the hang up, hold up, whatever, it has to do with them still developing their physical sustenance, stability, and financial abilities is a big deal for them right now. Let's see, why is this heart healing card here in the heart space? Let's source God, what is the message here? Okay, the 7 of Wands comes out. The persistence. Why is this heart healing energy here of dioptase for the heart? For this divine partnership, we have the Knight of Cups. And the third clarifier for this space, heart space energy for the divine partnerships is, thank you, the 10 of Wands. Nice. So persistence in receiving love brings an end. So here where the divine partners have a challenge to allow themselves to receive love, because some of these divine partnerships, it's like your partner don't know how to receive love, but because the love keeps flowing, and okay, and I'm hearing both of you they'll have challenges with receiving love in some way because of past burdens and struggles in relationships, and all those things are healing through the persistence of the love, allowing yourself to receive the love even if it's not comfortable for a while, because I'm hearing that this connection is one where the person, you and your partner, have always wanted this strong type of love but never experienced it, didn't know that it could exist. And I'm hearing that even in this relationship, a lot of the heart healing too has to do with the response being different than what you're used to from past situations. So let's see, the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands, so more fire energy. So because there's so much passion, the Queen of Wands, she's so passionate, she's so fiery and invigorated and inspiring, where somebody even was standoff to receiving love, I see them leaving that energy behind and dropping the guard against receiving this divine love. So the things that are happening in lives of separate twins right now is causing them to be more selective of where they receive love, is something that I'm hearing, being more selective of where they receive love. And some who are not yet connected are still connected to karmic relationships. With the 7 here, it's saying some are still connected to their past karmic relationships, and the ones who are in the space of realizing that they need to receive love in a different place. So they're just saying, that's not working for me, I'm gonna let that go. And those of you who are more aware, spiritually in tune, are doing this sifting and sorting work to create the balance by letting go of places where that love was not authentic, not genuine, anywhere where this love was not felt without the, I'm hearing beatings. So it's like somebody here in your relationships, you've had a lot of dealings with hard love, loving those who are hard to love, loving those who want to reject the love, trying to get love or convince somebody to love you, and what they give you, just, you're like, I'm done with that. So there's an ending here in the heart space. And in this partnership at this time, as you're both working on the shadows, this is also letting go of the unwillingness to be loved and to know that we're deserving of the love. So it's stirring a passion up within us saying, I deserve love. I want to be in love. And I know that this is important for me enough to let go of whatever blockages was holding me back from it. So that's why we have the heart healing here. Now let's see why is the conflict here in our headspace? The conflict in our headspace. What is this all about? Let's source God. Why do we have conflict in our headspace? The Stibnite here, talking about conflict in our headspace. Okay, here we go. So the first card we have out is the Queen of Cups. The second clarifier we have is the Lovers. The third clarifier we have is the Eight of Pentacles. The conflict for someone, hold on, the bottom of the deck we have is the Page of Pentacles. So this is somebody setting new goals, setting a new vision for what they value and what they want to bring more of in their life. The conflict, though, is in psychically, you know that a decision has to be made about this karmic relationship. So if you're not with your twin, some of you are letting go of either the physical or the mental. More strongly, I feel the mental connection to a karmic partnership. And I feel like the conflict here too is some of you twins are still holding on to love from past karmic relationships, but it's like you know that there's a divine partnership. So it's like you already know there's a better way to be loved. You know that there is a more divine love available for you, and you want to choose it, but you got to let go of holding on to this karmic passion that you was had for another person, because the truth of the matter is, hey, you loved who you loved. It may have been a karmic partner, it may not have been the best relationship, but you was in love there. And so for some, this relationship is being affected by past karmic relationships where you still feeling the energy of it. And what I'm hearing is you and your divine partner have gotten used to, for those who are connected in the physical, you and your partner have gotten used to expecting certain things from karmic relationships. You got used to what love looks like, quote unquote. You got used to what relationships are all about from these past karmic relationships. And so now there's a need to learn more about what a divine partnership is like. And your intuition tells you that this new relationship, again, for those that you physically connected, is blessed. This is something where the angel is in the middle of this. So the universe has brought you together. God has brought you to this person. This relationship is happening for a reason. Why? To help you be more productive as well. To help you be more productive in fulfilling your purpose at this time, in feeling more accomplished at this time. And you know it. So for those of you who are coming into this physical relationship now, even though you're holding on to, you or your partner are holding on to the memories and the emotions of what relationships have been, of these old karmic partners, there's a knowing that this relationship is divinely inspired, and it's like God putting you on the path to clear the karmic energy and be able to be more productive in your world. Because when you have somebody who's willing to work with you, to work with your shadows, and this is that type of partnership where you love each other enough that it's like whatever comes out, you're willing to work with. So you work with them, help clearing this old energies, clarifying emotions and feelings, and embracing the opportunity to clear all these old energies that have been lingering. Because a lot of this, they're showing me these pentacles that are hung up on this tree as these are old karmic situations that have just been hanging on. And some of this stuff is generations deep. But in your life, it reflects as a repetitive cycle, saying, I always attract the same type of partner, and my partners are always this way or that way with me. I always attract people who don't like me. I always attract people who ridicule me. I always attract people with that issue or this issue. And so the thing that you're seeing is this partnership is reflecting to you your own shadow. So whatever issue that your divine partners have is reflecting to you what energy you're holding on to. So like um, I have noticed a cycle where all the partners I've had for years, and I'm talking before I even knew what the heck was going on spiritually, and before my awakening became really tangible, they all have parent issues with connecting to their parents and the display of love between parents. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting, because as I'm realizing it, like, my parents are both in spirit. And so what are they reflecting to me? Like, my parents are available. They're there. I need to connect with them. And so that brought that up consciously. So where is this something? Maybe it's not that, no, it's not the exact same situation for you, but you're going to be able to look at all your past relationships. And for some of you, it's going to always be the same cycle. For somebody, this is, I always attract partners who have addiction problems or who are very poverty conscious. Whatever that is, it's a reflection to you. Where are you holding that energy, and how can you clear that karmic energy? Okay, so let's see now. We have in the spiritual space here, we have the amethyst for meditation. So why is this card here for our spiritual energy of this relationship at this time, listeners God? Why is the meditation card here for this divine partnership? The first clarifier we have out is the Magician. Our second clarifier we have coming out is the Four of Wands. And the third one we have coming out is the Four of Pentacles. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Hierophant. So there we go with the Hierophant, showing, our spiritual and religious values and the things we embrace, do, or partake of spiritually. Okay, meditation is important. It's saying to embrace our power. We're instituting this meditation as a way to initiate ourselves and ground new energies. So what I'm hearing is, for this partnership, how can you use your magician power to create a new vision? And I'm hearing something that Melinda Maisonette shares a lot. Like, when you have issues with the past, where maybe those people have passed, or you're not in utero no more, but your parents had issues, you know what I'm saying, and you're carrying these things, you can meditatively use your power to go back into that space with your ability of thought, and you can institute and initiate a change by accepting, forgiving, and releasing what occurred, which is going to help ground, and make it physical reality. So, okay, here we go. Spiritually speaking, y'all know, as above, so below, right? So you can't always go back and forgive your dad for leaving your mom while she was pregnant with you, because, dad's dead now, or he's not around, or what have you. And you can't forgive mom for thinking about an abortion and creating this feeling of abandonment in you, or whatever it is. But what you can do is, in your power of thought, you can visualize yourself, go up to that moment, go up to those people, and you can use the Hawaiian ho'oponopono, which is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you. You can do that. You can appreciate from that headspace, hey, I know you were doing the best you can. It's okay. I forgive you. And even just doing it here creates a tangible effect. And so that's what I'm being shown here with the meditation card, using our spiritual abilities to initiate change that affects our physical reality through meditation, okay? I'm also saying, for those of you who are not connected to your physical partner, you're able to connect to them in meditation, and they do feel it in their physical world. So where you're not connected to your partner, you can use your power to send them the energy, send them the self-love, send them the motivation to affect change in their world. Send them the energy of their value. Send them the energy of their worth. Send them the energy of love, and they will receive that. Not always consciously aware, but they will receive that, and they will grasp that energy, will be held by them, is what I'm hearing. So to clarify, I'm hearing that I should use different decks to clarify the masculine energy and the feminine energy. So let's do that. For the masculine energy, we're to use the Parrot Tarot deck, I'm hearing. So let's do that. Let's clarify this masculine energy for this divine twin flame relationship. There's so many partnerships on this planet today. And I'm hearing it wasn't always this way, but with the shift into the age of Aquarius, the need is present. So the energy is available because the twin flame relationships are here to help support this shift and augment the energy of love on planet Earth, which is what this age of Aquarius is all about, bringing in more love and more connection between humans overall in a way that is still self-sustaining, meaning not having to completely give up the self, which is we have in the divine feminine energy here, the self-love, okay? So allowing the individuals to remain individual, yet still embrace partnership and authentic love and radiate that energy, because that's what's healing. It's healing our planet. It's healing our society. It's healing ourselves. Okay. So let's see. Why is this abundance card here in the physical position for our divine masculine? Why is this here? Clarify. Why is this citrine of abundance here in the divine masculine at this time? Love, source, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. First card out we have is the Six of Wands with the keyword victory. The second card we have out is the wealth card, the Ten of Discs. And our third clarifier is the Ace of Cups. Okay. So the divine masculine at this time, the bottom of the deck is the Hermit. They've been asking themselves, how can I be more abundant? How can I have a more stable financial outlook? And what's happening in their world is they're having a success and accomplishment right now that's helping them increase their feeling of self-love and self-ability to love. I feel that because the divine masculine is, whether they're coming into a new job, into a new career, or whether they are getting raises, whatever that is, there's a financial increase here. Finances are big, especially with citrine there. Like, this is a money stone. If you're a divine masculine and you're trying to increase, or whatever you are, divine masculine, divine feminine, whatever, citrine is the stone that's going to help you increase your wealth. Okay, so get you a citrine. It's not the cheapest stone out there, but it is a stone that helps embrace wealth. And I'm seeing that with this Ace of Cups here, the divine masculine is coming into a space where they're finally feeling more abundant. The Six of Pentacles is a card where, yeah, they have enough to keep things going. Their finances are in harmony, but then it goes to the Ten of Pentacles, which is like wealth and abundance. Now I got plenty to spare and to share. Now there's more, and it's coming from everywhere. And it makes them very happy. It makes them feel better. It makes them feel more able to even be in a relationship. Like, if you feel like you're the masculine energy in a relationship, most of you want to be providers. You know, like, whether you're a male or female, if you feel more masculine, you want to provide stability. You want to provide financial flow. You want to provide experiences and gifts and such like that. And you want to be able to provide the home and the meals and stuff like that. These are things that you want to do. And so, because the divine masculine is here, having that increase, and they're showing me the difference between the 6 and the 10 is the 4 of Pentacles, which was here. The difference between the 6 and 10 that we have here is the Four of Pentacles, showing me that this is something that they really value. And because they're in that energy of receiving that now, they're going to open up to love. That's going to open up space for them to be love and be in love. Now, I'm also seeing that for those who have already come together, that they feel like this connection that they have with you, this is for a physically grounded, you're already physically connected. It feels like a win. It feels like family. It feels like new love. It feels awesome. And in the past, the whole hermit energy was like a loneliness, a being by the self. And they don't feel that way anymore. Now they feel surrounded by family, by friends, by abundance. Okay. Why is this take action card here in the heart space of the labradorite stone, the divine masculine? Let's find out. Please clarify this card for the divine masculine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm hearing like this person is got feelings that they have yet to express or act upon. Okay, the first clarifier out is the Princess of Swords. Our second clarifier is the King of Swords. And our third clarifier for the take action in the heart space. Okay, cards. And I'm hearing that the cards are going sloppy because there's some sloppiness in the heart space that's being dealt with. Okay, is the Judgment, is our third clarifier. The Princess of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Judgment. Take action. So here I see a person who is going to reconnect. I feel like if you're not connected to your twin flame, you've already connected to them spiritually, and some of you even physically, and there was a separation. And I see that this person is doing an investigation and they're making the plan. With the Princess of Swords, they make the plan. The King of Swords, they're like, okay, I'm going for it and it's time. And they're going to contact you. They're going to reach out. They're making the important decision to move forward and let you know what they feel, what's on their heart. Okay. For those of you who are already connected, I feel that there was some things interesting. There were some things that were said from a place of immaturity. And after they had some time to think about it, they would like to, first off, offer an apology, but also to come from a more mature space. So where you've been, because remember that we're both doing shadow work here, the divine masculine, divine feminine, everybody's doing shadow work, but ancient wisdom is at our foundation. So it's like they've been tapped into that ancient wisdom, and now they have a better way to communicate. So where there was miscommunications, there was hurtful communication, they were saying stuff they didn't mean. They're going to speak now from a position of greater clarity, truth, and owning their personal power. And this is a asking for a second chance in some cases. This is a rebirth of love in this relationship because of the truth coming out. But I see the divine masculine here taking action and making that expression, that heartfelt expression. Now, the thoughts of the divine masculine is learning. With the stone fluorite, learning. So let's clarify that now. Why is fluorite here? Oh, I forgot to, at the bottom of the deck. Hold on, rewind, get back to the heart space. The bottom of the deck was the Lover's card, guys. So in their heart, they already know this is a divine partnership. They know that you're a partner, that it's like it's fated, it's destined. This is somebody I'm supposed to be with. Like, this is my blessing. So as they were doing the shadow work, some of them said some stuff that's just like not really cool at all. But now they're maturing. They're figuring it out, and they're embracing the love that's really there. So they are being reborn in their heart space as a result of clearing out all that garbage and muck that was sitting there. And I'm hearing it was left over from old relationships, from childhood struggles, from the drama with their families and such. Okay. So let's see, why is the learning card here in the headspace for the divine masculine? Let's clarify the learning card for the divine masculine. First clarifier is the Mentor of Wands. The Mentor of Wands, one of my favorite things about the Parrot Tarot deck is it has 4 additional cards called the Mentors. And they are just that. They are mentors. They teach us about things. The Mentors of Wands teaches us about the things that we do. So this divine masculine is learning about their actions. That's what they were doing. That's the energy they're coming through. So they learned how actions they take has certain repercussions. And maybe there were some things they did. Remember, in the past, in the heart space, it was a speaking sloppy. There was a hurtful words. There was arguments. There was disagreements. Well, now from the learning about the repercussions of their actions, now we got the Strength card here. The Strength card is here. And what's the incoming energy as far as the headspace and the learning? Is incoming energy for the divine masculine is the Ace of Discs. Yay! So now that they are in this space of, okay, I learned that some of my actions cause issues. Why? Because they were feeling left out. They had a lot of worries. The partners they had before were not of the quality of what the partnership you're offering is. And so they were afraid that they might mess it up. It was going to turn out the same. Okay. And some of them they know that they have a lot to learn about managing their own emotions and their own bodies is what I'm hearing. So some of them, especially those who aren't connected, no, I'm hearing, and those who are connected, learning about managing their emotions and their connections and how to restrain themselves from doing things that are hurtful. Like some of them just literally have to learn how to stop doing shit that hurts somebody, because some of them have the tendency to just say stuff just on the point of being hurtful to the other. So now let's see why we have the Black Obsidian in the shadow and the spirit space for the divine masculine. Why is the shadow here? Okay, our first clarifier is the 7 of Swords. And our second clarifier is, and the third clarifier. Second clarifier is the 4 of Swords. Our third clarifier is the Queen of Cups. And the bottom of the deck here is the 9 of Cups. So spiritually, the 9 of Cups says, this is a wish granted. This is exactly what this person was wishing for. It's like, I got what I always wished for. Remember Spider-Man syndrome? Now I'm up here on the corner scared as shit because this is exactly what I always wanted, right? But confronting their shadow energies, they're speaking hurtfully, talking out the side of their neck, doing shit to hurt somebody or hurt themselves, and also coping with realizing that, hey, I'm treating this person in a way that they don't merit because this is actually coming from old relationships, or this is coming from karmic shit. This is coming from my parents' relationship. This ain't even got nothing to do with this person. Well, they're learning that. And the 4 of Swords is a card that reflects the meditation, that it's saying that this meditation energy is working on them. It's also a card to heal and recuperate. And what are we healing and recuperate? That Queen of Cups energy, that love receptivity. So the divine masculine, learning how to love. And I'm hearing Lil Wayne had a lot of lovers, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what the hell the words are no more, but you know what I'm talking about. And he said, How to Love. It's a song called How to Love. You had a lot of people that messed up your heart. They didn't take care of it. The divine masculine, been hurt before. They loved, but the person they loved was very painful. Now they're learning the cold, hard truth, seeing what it was that they was doing, and they're learning how to heal that energy. The 4 of Swords is a healing energy. It's healing after the battles of the heartbreak, and learning how to receive love is where the divine masculine is. Okay. Now I'm going to do the divine feminine, and I'm being shown to use my Morgan Greer Tarot to clarify that. So let's get 3 shuffles down. Divine feminine, let's Master Star, what are the clarification for these messages about the Divine Feminine at this time? Whew. Okay, look. Feminine, what is going on? Spiritual connection. I feel like there's a dissonance spiritually. Okay, get one more because that one just didn't come in. Okay, that's much better. So I'm hearing Divine Feminine where the spiritual connection hasn't been coming together. It's going to begin to flow together in a much more profound and powerful way. So don't you worry your pretty little head off, okay, Divine Feminine. Our first two clarifiers for the forgiveness card came out of the deck in this last shuffle. The pink tourmaline is here in the physical for forgiveness, in the physical position for the Divine Feminine. So Divine Feminine, where do you need to forgive yourself for your physical reality, for your relationships? Who are those partners that you've had in the past where you can still offer forgiveness? And for those of you who are currently dealing with this relationship, with this Divine Masculine, what forgiveness is there available for you to embrace now with your Divine Masculine partner? The first two clarifiers we have coming out are the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool that came out together. The Fool is taking a risk to start some new stuff. The Fool is taking the risk to clear the slate, and the Ace of Pentacles to have a solid foundation with opportunity for growth. The third clarifier we have coming out is the Two of Wands, saying spreading your wings, going where you haven't gone before. So taking a chance, taking that leap of faith and getting out there to offer this forgiveness. The bottom of the deck here is the Hermit. So again, asking yourself, can I do this? What can I do? Well, what you can do is forgive and release that energy. So I'm seeing the Divine Feminine. You've been holding on to, let's see, I got this proof right here of what you done did. This is that ugly ass text message you done sent me. I got a video of you over here, blah, 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 whatever. You holding on to evidence of some shit that pissed you off. And part of this forgiveness was you getting rid of that. And I see you having gotten rid of that. If you haven't already, it's something to definitely do because it's going to help you open up opportunity for round two. Because, honey, if you think it's going to ever be just peaches and cream and sunshines and glitter, you got another thing coming. This is a divine partnership. This is help to grow and evolve your soul. So let's see what's going on in the heart space for the Divine Feminine. You have the Kunzite card of self-love. And I'm hearing to be able and willing to do this work, it is important that you maintain self-love. It was self-love that got you ready for this relationship to call it in and bring it in. And it's self-love that's going to help you persist and get through this. So the first clarifier we have for you is the King of Swords, who was also in the Divine Masculine's heart space as the now energy. So it's letting me know that in the past, you also were communicating, but you were communicating in an upright, mature way, effectively. The current energy is the Three of Cups, self-love, through the connections and the joy that you have within your interpersonal relationships. Okay. And I feel like self-love for some of you is something that you're working on while you're dealing with some issues about social interactions. Some of you are holding on to insecurities, jealousies, and envies. Some of us are holding on to these energies while our partners are interacting with their friends or while other people are appreciating them. And those are very low vibrations, but it's saying this is something that is coming up and self-love is going to help us move through these energies. The third clarifier we have coming up is the Hierophant. So in this incoming energy, we have commitment. You are definitely committed to this relationship. I feel that, you've always been upcoming. We've always been a Divine Feminine. You've been upcoming and honest and, not upcoming, forthcoming, honest and truthful in this relationship with your partner. And you're at this point in the energy of celebrating and appreciating what you have to appreciate, what is there to be grateful and joyful about this partnership, And I see a Divine Feminine, your heart is committed to this person. It's like, I don't see anyone else. I don't want to see anybody else. I don't care what work has to be done. I love myself enough to do the work. And I also see here an owning of your feelings, where you're dealing, divine feminine is dealing with the energies of jealousy, envy, and insecurity over external parties. I see the divine feminine saying, I have the knowledge, wisdom, and the self-love enough to not make that person responsible for how I feel, but to own my feelings and to do the work, because I have that Hierophant energy saying, I have the knowing and the experience, and I'm the teacher. So there is a energy for the divine feminine of being a teacher to the divine masculine of how to maintain that joy, how to maintain that love and that self-love, and how to communicate effectively in this partnership. The bottom of the deck is the Five of Rods. So yeah, this was about some conflict that had gone on. There was some conflict within this divine partnership that made you say, you know what, I have to check myself and pay attention to my words. I got to speak very deliberately and pay attention to my thoughts, because I also see the divine feminine saying, how did I attract this situation? Okay. So now the divine feminine, in regards to their headspace, you have the orpiment, and this stone speaks of success. Success, sacral chakra energy also. So I see the divine feminine saying, well, what do I want in this relationship? And what would it look like to have success in this relationship? What does that look like to me? So let's clarify. Why is the success card here? As the first one slides right on out, we have the Queen of Cups. Our second clarifier is the Devil. And our third clarifier is the Six of Swords. This is awesome. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. So here we have the divine feminine saying, I've done the work. I've cleared this, a lot of karmic energy. And I know that temptation is going to come up to go back into my same old karmic cycles, but I know how to walk away from that energy. I know how to move into a more peaceful headspace. I know how to take my mind and pivot from that same old, falling into the same old tendencies. That's that devil energy right in the middle. But look, the Queen of Cups, she ain't looking that way. The Six of Swords, they swimming away from that shit. They're not going into the devil. They're both turning away from it. So in the past, you already began to turn away from the same old temptations. Well, now temptation comes up again. And what are you going to do? You're going to move away from that temptation. What temptation? To have doubts about the success that you have, to have doubts about the success of the relationship. I feel that the divine feminine has a knowing that regardless of what happens in this relationship, because of the work that you're doing, this relationship is already deemed a success and can only be successful. But that's because of the knowing you have. Now, in the divine feminine, for the spiritual space, we have the clear quartz of purification. So let's clarify, why is the purification stone here for the divine feminine, Lesser God? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why is the purification card here for the divine feminine at this time? Okay, here we go. Clarifiers falling out. The first one, we have the moon. So clearing, you've been clearing past cycles, clearing old things. And it's like intuitively, when this junk would come up from your past, you had to confront it, and you knew that if I could just get through this, I won't have to deal with this anymore. And it was feelings, a lot of feelings coming up. It wasn't like actual people coming up or the same circumstances coming up. A lot of this was just feelings coming up from the past. That jealousy, envy, and insecurity, you say to yourself, I ain't dealt with this in so long. I can't tell you the last time I've been jealous, envious, or insecure. But why am I feeling this again? Well, I got to clear that past energy. You never coped with it. You never confronted it before. Now it's time to clear that energy. Now, the current is the Four of Swords in the same position as in the divine masculine. This is awesome. So again, now healing and recuperation from the past karmic cycles, from the past pains, from the past emotions within this partnership, especially for those who are already connected. If you're not already physically connected, you and your twin are definitely having dream time communications and your souls are communicating with one another, and the healing work you're doing has an effect on them, and it's a reciprocal effect. The more you choose to heal, the more they choose to heal, the closer you come into physical union. The incoming energy for the divine feminine is the 5 of Wands. So spiritually, there's going to be more things come up. You're not done, honey. But the good part of that is, what are challenges? Do y'all remember what challenges are? Challenges only exist to show you how awesome you are. So there's going to be more challenges that come up. The bottom of the deck is the 9 of Wands. So there was a blockage. There was a guardedness. There was a, I don't know if I really want to do this work. And I hear some of you divine feminines like, I'm happy being single. What do I need a relationship for? Why do I need to be with somebody? And then I hear spirit say, yeah, you think you're going to just chill, sit on your laurels and just chill forever? No, honey, it's time to get back in the game, get back and do the work. These divine partnerships are here because as you both heal the energy in between you two, that energy exists in all of your soul families, whether those are male, female, what ethnicity soul groups you're part of, what income soul groups you're part of, what educational soul groups you're part of, all these different things. You're part of so many different soul families. So every time these challenges come up, they come up to show you how awesome you are. And you're going to do the work to clear these things. And it's saying with the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, like, you have so much experience and you have so much strength that you can do it. If it was not in your ability to do, it wouldn't come up for you to do. So let me get a card of encouragement from the Wisdom of the Golden Path for my divine partnership viewers at this time. Mr. Scott, how can we encourage them moving forward to continue? What do they need to hear to encourage them in this relationships, Mr. Scott? What do they need to hear? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, here we go. We have the spring and the wings of light. And look at this. I see the divine masculine budding out into new growth. I see the wings of light. I see the divine feminine being already in tune with light. This light you're shining. Look at how you're looking over your divine masculine. It's like, continue to show this love, continue to shine it on your partner. It is having effect of growth. There is growth here, soul evolution, soul growth here. When the wings of light are there also, it says divine feminine, your prayers are being answered in the speed of light. Your intentions, your wishes, your affirmations are working. Work with it. Make sure that you speak things out the way you want to bring them about. And the bottom of the deck is don't compromise. So what do you not want to compromise? And I'm hearing, do not compromise that self-love energy. Do not compromise the knowing of the value of the relationship. Do not compromise in all the work that you've done. Continue to move forward. You have the skills, the abilities, and all that you need to move forward in this very healing way, and this is a very divine partnership. I would love to read for you personally. Should you require a personal reading to go more into depth on your personal situation, whether it's a quick question or a whole long spread just like this, let me know. I'll be able to help you. My website has all your options available for you, and I'll be back to do more readings for you. I'm always coming back. Okay, so make sure you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lphtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course, me and mine. Until next time.